You are now watching a clip from the Inspired by show. You can watch the full episode on our YouTube channel or listen on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. So make sure to head over there, leave us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed it, and follow the show. Now, Ibrahim, you've talked a lot about all the different challenges and different scenarios you were in. Going back to the piece of being homeless, if we can first, you talked about the moment where it changed and something shifted. But that was 2.5 years, 3 years of your life. What was that experience like for you? Because a lot of people crave stability, crave certainty. You know, in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, safety, security is the foundation. Yeah. So how did you go through those 2.5, 3 years?
If I'm honest with you, it's a really good question, by the way. No one's ever asked me that question. And it is a really good question. And I still suffer with that today. That's the truth. Because I always say to people, it doesn't matter the situation. Because of what I've been through, I always feel like I'm going to be all right. So that's the positive side of it. But on the flip side of that is understanding your emotions and actually like being emotionally intelligent. Because not really caring, not having that stability, not really having family and all, like in the traditional sense, right? Having that, you know, I can speak to this person, I can do that. It allows you ultimately to detach from your emotions and detach from people as well, in a sense, right? And that's something that I'm working on now, you know, to really kind of become better at. Because I feel like, okay, it doesn't matter. And same with emotions, when you should be tapping and when you should be considerate of other people, saying, actually, you know what, it doesn't matter. Like, that's not really a healthy thing, right, when it comes to relationships, right? So that's something I'm struggling with now. But how did I deal with that at the time? Look, all of these things that I'm talking about is with hindsight. The truth is, at the time, I'm just living. It's just day to day, right? Like, it's cool. And when you're homeless, it's not like every single day was terrible, because I had friends, right? You know, and, you know, there was times when I had a bit of money in my pocket, you know, when I'd get some drugs, sell the drugs, make some money, and I'll be cool. But in those days, it's living from day to day. So when I'm saying I'm cool for a few days and I'm back to the same situation again. Because what you don't have is mentorship. You don't have support. You don't have people. You don't have a goal of getting out of that situation. You just find yourself in that situation and this is just where you're at. So if you haven't got a goal of getting out of there, then it's just it's a revolving cycle, right? You're just going through it again. So even when you have got, you know, a little bit of resources, they get depleted really quickly. And then you find yourself, you know, back where you were to start with. So that's essentially what it was. It wasn't a case of processing the situation. It was just living through it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Definitely. And you mentioned resources, because what I often find with people when we have got difficult situations, you know, when the shit does hit the fan, it is about being resourceful, not just looking at the resources you've got. And that's similar to what you mentioned. Being homeless or struggling in a situation, it's about looking at, well, where are the resources and where can I find them? And, you know, doing things we don't always want to be doing, but getting the result because it's part of our survival and also the need to survive.